What's up, everybody? I'm Lonnie Eagleton, back with another guitar review today. Here we are looking at the Nova Go Sonic by Enya Music. Very cool guitar, super sweet, slim body, carbon fiber design, very comfortable, sounds great. And coolest feature, it's got a built-in amp right into the guitar. And it can operate like a regular guitar too, but if you ever don't have an amp or you want to take this camping or something like that, you got the amp right in there. And it actually sounds really good. When I first heard about this, I was like, how good can it sound? But it's actually super awesome. So we're going to look at this in the video today. First, let's plug it in like a regular guitar. Let's get a feel for it. And then let's go over some of the specs and I'll show you what this built-in amp sounds like. Okay, so to get us started here, I'm going to quickly go over some of the features of this guitar. Now, as I said, the big thing is the onboard amplifier, which has built-in presets. So you can do clean, overdrive, crunch, and a lead tone. You can also program effects like delay, modulation, reverb, basically anything you want within the app. So there's an app that you can connect to the guitar via Bluetooth, and you can pick between different amplifier sounds, customize all the effects. And it works really well, and I'll show you how to do that in a second. The body is carbon fiber and the neck, so really good for tuning stability in diverse weather conditions. In terms of the outputs, we got 1/4 inch, just like a regular guitar output, and there's a 1/8 inch headphone jack, which is awesome. You know, obviously that is super practical in many situations. And then there's a USB-C port as well for charging the guitar and for on-the-go recording. And finally, I also want to say I feel like this guitar is really the perfect size. It feels a little more compact than a traditional like Les Paul or something like that. Particularly because the body is so slim, which I don't know how they keep the body so slim and still have an amp in there, but they do it. It feels good, comes with a really high quality gig bag, and is just perfect for on the go. Okay, so before we check out the onboard amp and all the presets and how to change the built-in tones and all that, I just want to say, kind of touch on what I mentioned before. At first, I was definitely skeptical about this. You know, I'm a purist. I've got my rack back there of, you know, my Les Paul that's like 20 years old now, my Telecaster, my Strat, even my Silver Sky. And, you know, I love those guitars. So when I saw this, I'm like, man, they're really going for it with this built-in design. Right away, the guitar felt good. And, you know, I put it on a stand, and I just found I kept coming back to it like day after day. I was just like, man, I want to I want to play that guitar because it feels good. And this is just so practical, honestly. Like if you're, I mean, so many situations, if you're teaching a guitar lesson, if you're like backstage at a gig and you want to warm up and you don't want to have like a separate amp back there, or taking it to the beach, taking it camping, taking it around the house, if you want to serenade your wife while she's brushing her teeth or, or something. This guitar is just so good for that. So I'm definitely sold, you know. I'm definitely sold on the design, and I think it's pretty revolutionary, and I think they really pulled it off. So let me show you what it sounds like and how the different tones work and all that too. All right, let's check this out. So I got a condenser mic set up here now. This is going to be picking up the guitar. So you can see the guitar isn't plugged in or anything. Any sound you hear is going to be coming right out of the speaker. So to turn this on, you just push down this button and you see a little green light comes on there. So that's the first setting. So green is the clean sound. So it sounds like this. And what's also pretty cool, it's got a push-pull function, right? So you can get that single coil sound. So here's single coil and humbucker. So yeah, that works pretty good. Now you push the button again, the light turns blue. Now we're in crunch mode. Okay, so then we go one further, we push it again, turns into a light blue color, and now we're in distortion mode. Okay, now we can go one further and hit the lead tone, and the light turns purple, and there's even some delay on it as the default preset. Okay, so we're still using the onboard amplifier. I'm going to show you what the app looks like now. So I'm back on the clean setting, and in each setting, there's several different moods you can pick from, right? So here's what we got now. It comes stock on the first option, which is soft cry, which you heard already sounds like. So there's the reverb. So let's edit this. So we click edit, and then you got a guitar amp, which comes up. So you can fine tune, anything on there. You can do like the treble, crank it up. You can turn off the treble to 0. Right, works just like a normal amp would. So that's pretty cool. And then you got all the effects down below, right? So we can click on equalizer, modulation, noise reduction, delay, reverb. So right now the reverb's set like that. Let's crank it way up and let's see what happens. So here's full blast reverb. Wow. So that's probably too much. I'm going to dial that back a little bit. But here's like a ton of reverb though. Oh yeah. Pretty fun. So yeah, I could honestly play with this all day. Yeah, the effects work great. Here, maybe let's try one other effect just so we can see. Let's go to, I'm going to put the reverb back to what it was. Let's go to modulation here. Oh, and then, okay, I'm just discovering. So within modulation, there's even a drop-down menu. So you can do chorus, tremolo, or vibrato, right? You can choose. So yeah, there's pretty much any kind of effect you could want in here. Okay, so I got a pretty cool tremolo sound dialed in now. Check this out. Maybe if we slow it down a bit. Okay, here's some chorus. Check this out. Nice. And you can even go totally crazy with it too. Like, that's kind of nuts. I don't know who would use that. But if you're ever feeling like that, let's dial that back again. It's a beautiful clean sound. Yeah, so super fun. Honestly, you could have fun with this for hours. I love effects, like any guitar player does. And it's cool how you can do it right in your phone, right in the guitar, right? As I mentioned earlier, we're not even plugged in here. So, pretty sweet. All right, so a few other features I want to point out. The guitar comes in several color options, and they all look great. I chose the black because, I'm an emo kid at heart, of course. I like the 0 fret, so you don't just have the nut, you got a 0 fret there, which keeps consistency. If you're using open strings, it still sounds consistent with the rest of the fretboard. I really like that. The guitar comes in at 10.5 pounds, actually, which is a little heavier than your regular guitar, Most guitars would be about 7, 8 pounds, something like that. So 10.5. But I was actually surprised when I read that spec online, because maybe it's just because of how compact this is, but it really doesn't feel like it's 10.5 pounds. And that's totally manageable. You know, lately I've been playing a lot of bass, actually. And basses are really heavy. You know, guitar players complain about the weight of their guitar. Try playing bass. It's a whole nother thing. So 10.5 isn't too bad. But lastly, really important, as I said before in the video, the practicality of this. You know, like the headphone output is amazing if you need to keep the volume down, if it's late at night or you live in an apartment or something. Obviously, the built-in amp is incredible. You know, we're really living in the future here with this design. And yeah, you can always use it like a regular guitar too, which is the best part, right? You can just plug it in like normal. So there we go. If you want to pick one of these up, I've got a link, an Amazon affiliate link in the description below. And it's a great way to support the channel. I will get a small commission based off sales made through that link. So I would recommend this, you know, if this video is something you enjoyed and you want to try one of these out for yourself, check it out. It's got my approval. All right. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next time.